Facebook. Morning, hubsters. Sorry I was missing, I just went to get my coffee. So, this morning's video, how are we all feeling first of all? How are we doing? So I've just come in from the garden, I've just finished a workout. For those of you that haven't seen my Instagram, I'm doing the 75 hard challenge, which is 75 days of 2 workouts a day. You stick to a diet, you read 10 pages of a book a day, and you drink 4 litres of water a day. So I started that, I'm on day 4, and it's going well so far. And actually, I have to say, being in like lockdown, not being allowed to go anywhere, has created a lot of time in my life, which may or may not be happening for you, but it has for me, which actually means that I can get in the garden and just do a little workout every morning, and I can go for a run in the evening. So that's quite cool for me, I'm quite enjoying that. So anyway, this video, I wanted to really just talk to a couple of things. So first of all, we're in this weird, crazy little time, and there's a lot of people that don't really know what's happening in regards to self-employed support, access to funds, all of these sorts of things. I think a couple of the really important things that you need to look into, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time looking at this over the next few days anyway, so whatever I establish and whatever actions I take myself personally in my business, I will obviously share those in here, because if it helps anybody, then obviously I'm happy to share. So one of the things obviously is universal credit. If you are self-employed or working and you're unable to create the income that you normally do because of coronavirus, COVID-19, obviously look at universal credit. Now, there's a few people that I've spoken to over the last few days who said, do you know what, I don't want to be on benefits. I don't want to be like one of those people that gets paid by the government. Let me tell you right fucking now, okay, the reason we pay tax, the reason we pay our stamp, the reason we pay into the system is so that when we need the system to help us, we can ask the system to help us. So if you need help right now financially, don't be too proud to ask for help because it benefits and we're entrepreneurs. Don't be like that. If you need the help, don't be too proud to go and just ask for the help. Look into what help we've got to support us right now and go and take it, because that's what it's there for. That's what you've paid into the system for all those years. That's what you pay your tax for. It's what you pay your stamp for. It's what we give to the system so that when we need the system, we can ask it for help. So we need this. Some of you need the system right now. Go and ask for help. Go and ask for help. Anyway, so that aside, I also wanted to tell you about something that I'm doing on Friday for you guys. So we basically, as a company, have had to cancel all of our training events for the foreseeable. We have postponed until June at this point. However, it may go longer than that. It just depends on what's happening. So I've spent the last week looking at what do you guys need help with right now. I've looked at all the different questions that we're getting. I'm looking at all of the messages that I've had and the team have had over the last few days, and I'm getting some consistent questions. How do we find investors that still want to invest right now? Let's be really clear. Investors have just basically lost all of the interest that they were getting, although it was minimal at one point, it's now even less on their savings. There's lots of investors that I'm talking to right now that are still looking to put money into deals and put their money into property, right? So how do we find those? I've had questions about things like, how do you work and use this time where you have to be at home, because be fucking responsible. That's what we have to do, toe the line. What do we do online right now? How do we make the use of being home-based to build our personal brands, to build our pipelines for our business, whether it's raising money, whether it's building an investor list, whether it's finding deals, whether it's connecting with people on like LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram to be able to drive deals into the business. Whatever it is that you need, I've been asked a lot about how can you use this time over the next like 3 weeks or however long it's going to be to positively impact your personal brand. So that's the second thing. I've also been asked questions about what you guys can be doing to source more deals online. How can you create a home-based property business online without having to leave your house? Because we've been told not to, right? Again, my position on this is super clear. do as we are told and asked, otherwise they're going to lock us down like properly. At the moment we have some flexes. Let's not get into like fines and shit like that. Be responsible, make good choices. So anyway, these are the questions that I've been asked loads over the last few days. So between my team and I, we have put together a one-day online web class that we're running on Friday. Now, most people are going to be at home and have access to the internet, so it's going to be in the daytime on a weekday, which we very rarely do because normally everybody's at work. For those of you that are working from home, don't worry, because if you register for it, you'll be able to watch it online on the members area anyway on Saturday and Sunday if you want to. But we're basically going to be delivering a day's worth of content around how to build a home-based property business. Now, most of you that know me know that when I first started my business for the first year, I was home-based. I was working it around other things, and I also went traveling for 3 months. So the business I created didn't rely on me driving up and down the motorway, didn't rely on me going in and out to viewings. We built the business in a way that allowed us to do it from anywhere in the world. And whilst I've taught people how to source, I've never really put together specific content on how to make it home-based and how you can use the techniques that we use while you're basically in lockdown right now. So we've spent the last week putting this together. It is now ready to go. We launched it last night and there's quite a few people booked onto it already. It's going to be Friday from 10 a.m. until about 5-ish. I mean, we all know me, I could talk for days, so we'll see. As long as you guys are online, I'll answer the questions. But there's 3 of us, so you guys will know me because I'm the one that kind of does all the talking and the public speaking and things like that. But behind the business, we have a team, right? So we have operations, we have marketing, we have finance, we have all the different aspects of a head office function. A business doesn't run without this operations team. A business doesn't run without the detail sitting behind the person that does the sales and the negotiations, right? So we've got one other team that's going to be talking a lot more about that, about when you're sourcing, the processes and the systems and the day-to-day activities that you can be doing or outsourcing, but the business needs to have to be able to run smoothly and efficiently. We're going to be talking a lot about the growth of a personal brand, you know, how you can connect with an audience, how you can build an audience, how you can build communities that have that allow you to raise money, connect with investors, get more deals. We're going to be talking a lot about mindset and kind of the first year of running a property business. So the good, the bad, and the ugly. You guys know me well enough to know that actually I like to be like brutally truth about everything. We're going to talk a lot about the stuff that can go wrong, the stuff that actually you need to look out for and be ready for, because it will come, and then what to do about it. So we're going to talk a lot about that. And the other thing, which I'm really excited about, is going to be kind of near the end of the day. I'm going to do some like effectively screen share demos. So I'm going to basically go online, technology allowing. I'm hoping that technology is my friend on Friday. And I'm going to basically show my screen to you online, and I'm going to do some sourcing. So I'm going to take you through the process that I go through. I'm going to show you what we search, where we write what we write in the search phrase boxes, where we click, how we establish what the actual address is so that we can do things like searches on council tax costs and demand and that sort of stuff. I'm basically going to do for the first time like a live sourcing session that shows you how to do it. So we're going to talk about all the stuff about building a business. We're going to talk about all the stuff, to start the business first, to begin to scale it in terms of your systems and your processes that you need to have, but then your actual activity of what you need to physically be doing every single day to make it work. So I'm really excited about it, mainly because I've spent the last week working on it, and you guys don't know about it yet, but now you do. So I'm going to put the link into this comment. If anyone wants the link to be able to register their place for this, then you just need to tag yourself below or send me a message or however you want to get in touch with me. You guys know how to get in touch with me. So ping me a little message and I will send you out the link, and you can read a bit more about it, and we can get you booked on. It'll all be delivered online, obviously, and it will be available once you've got a ticket to it. It will then be available in the members area for you to watch it anytime that you want in the future. So it'll basically be a digital product that you'll have access to forever. So if anyone wants it, ping me a message. I am going to be doing a couple of Facebook Live Q&As over the next few days because of getting lots of questions like directly. I want to make sure that I'm answering these for the masses because I'm sure we've all got very similar concerns, very similar questions. Rest assured that I'm getting as much information as I can from our brokers, solicitors, you know, all the advisors that we have in the business about how this is impacting us. And I'm going to be on a webinar with the RLA at 10 o'clock today, which if you guys haven't registered for yet, I suggest that you get on it. It's free and the RLA are putting it on to talk about COVID-19 and how it impacts us as landlords and how we handle this with our tenants. Again, you should be able to just Google that and get the registration link. But yeah, so I just tripped up my own door. Have an amazing morning, whatever you guys are up to. I appreciate that right now there's lots of like heads going. We don't really know what to do yet. What I want you to understand is that you don't need to panic and knee-jerk today. Okay, we've got some time to process all of this. And remember, whatever decisions you make today in your business is what impacts not just tomorrow and the next day, but 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now, 3 years from now. There is a butterfly effect. Remember, your result right now today is a consequence of all the little decisions you made leading up to today. So don't go into panic mode. We have a temptation to go fight or flight when we're presented with stuff we don't know or understand yet. Don't flight. Don't do that. Hold your nerve. Be bold, be brave, like we always talk about in this group, and just hang fire. Do your research, do your reading, listen to what's available to you. Don't be too proud to ask for help and get involved and come and talk to us. If I can help you at all, then I'm more than happy to. You know, there are people that are locked down in their houses and they're not as happy being in their house as maybe I am or you are. You know, there are people in abusive relationships. There are people who are unhappy at home. There are people who really don't want to be there. And you know, if you fall into that category and you need a bit of an outlet or you need a conversation with somebody else outside of your four walls, ping me a message. I'm going to be hanging out online a lot over the next few weeks because I've got nowhere else to be. So you know, if I can help, or I can even just be an ear, or just, I don't know, tell you a joke or something, I'm happy to just chat to you. Don't sit and be alone. Definitely ask for help if you need it. It's really important, and it's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. Have a great morning, guys. I'll catch up with you later. Goodbye.